Good evening, my fellow friends of the Doyman channel. I hope you've had a good day today, enjoying the two episodes we've had for the Hour of the Nine, and continuing our conquest to claim different units from various regions of Middle-earth. An update on that, an update on that, the Discord has answered my question on the culture to how to fix that, thank God, which I will definitely do for following their thing they sent me in the chat when I get an opportunity. So thank you very much. Trying to make sure I'm looking at the camera. As you notice, the camera is kind of like, specifically my display capture for the camera is like not really as is. So I can still be fine, but basically there's that. But also, it's about the video I tried to make 2 times now. One of them on this, other on my phone. You may have seen it before, but I've taken it down twice because it was for various reasons. But this will be the video. And this will be the official video. And I will upload this starting tomorrow, when I wake up in the morning, is about what's happening. But also the reason why I moved out here. And what I hope I will not move out to. Is about my dad. And I'll specifically talk about him specifically. Because the reason for me to move out potentially again, it's just something else entirely. The topic of the topic now is about dad, about why I moved out with my friends in the first place, and why I moved out beforehand, before this. So from my dad, I've learned over time that he is a selfish man. And I've learned that he doesn't give out the pets, and that he does and doesn't care about me, as he said in his words. All this he said years ago, before all this happened. And even though, once again, I don't have to share this with y'all, I still want y'all to know my backstory on some things in life that, deep down, I believe y'all will still need to hear. Even though it's personal stuff, family stuff, whatever the crap have you. I haven't really spoken out, even though I have. I have spoken out to my friends about this back in the years, over the years. But otherwise, I wouldn't really talk much. I'll just stay silent. Which another case was that dad told me that people don't care. So, for one thing, also, Daphne. So for one thing, whenever I used to live with my dad and mom living together, it was many things. And over time, he told me some advice, I guess advice in my opinion, quote unquote, about life, but also about our family in general. Telling me that people don't care for one thing, that they don't care about what I do, what I feel, but specifically the phrase that people don't care. And the fact that he admitted that he doesn't care about me is the most bullcrappiest quote you can ever say out of your mouth. His mouth. to be specific. And like that quote alone is just already it's made me, even though it is true, it's also false because it's like, dude, you literally are being a bullcrap father for saying that, in my opinion, because you're really admitting also that you do or don't care about what your children do. That is not a good sign, in my opinion, of being a father. So that's one reason that I hope I do not move back into his house. For one reason. Another reason was that he doesn't give a crap about the pets. He said that in his own words, not mine. And to this day, just over time, I will still hate him deep down for that. And even though he doesn't know about my anger towards him, one day he will. Because over the years, I have kept silent about my feelings, didn't really talk to my parents that much after I moved out, because I wanted to do my own life. But, again, kept my feelings to myself because of what Dad said. People don't care. And I took it to heart as a lesson, to where, if I was to say things, then he would just be like, eh? Like, dude, again, that's a bullcrap thing you could have said. Like, he's literally representing himself as a guy that just stands there, hears you out, and just goes, uh-huh, uh-huh. And even though we all do that, this is rather the concept between a father and a son telling him those words that people don't care, and it's like, what's the point of talking if you don't care what I do or what I say? Like, dude, that's the main reason why I didn't really talk with him a lot, for one thing. And then back to the pet topic. He doesn't give a crap about the pets, he only cares about the family itself, which is me, my siblings, and the rest. But not a single darn bit about the pets. And for the pets we had at our home, the dogs, he would treat them as a pack of wolves. And even though dogs are related to wolves, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's an old dog at that house that needs to be flipping groomed. And another thing, this is a little with to talk about as well. For Daphne, my dog, you've seen a couple times, she got attacked by one of our own dogs twice. The first time was the dog's fault. The second time was my dad's fault. Even though it was the dog's fault still, the moment Daphne did pee in the house after that happened, my dad tossed her, literally tossed her outside, and one of my dogs outside and just rattled it again. And it was at the eye. And I'm still very hating him for that. Because if he didn't give a crap about the pets, and by the way, all these pets we've had out of the house, my mom bought them all. Not a single inch of my dad did. And if he didn't give a crap about the pets, then what was the point of him about allowing my mom to make mistakes on getting the pets and just letting me do the thing? Let daddy get twice. Let my other dogs get bitten, attacked by each other as a roughhouse. Just only caring about the people itself of the family. No pets. And we do have a couple cats still there. But regardless, it's messed up. Another thing as well along the way is that if he was to experience a house fire, if he was to say between pets or our family, he will go to our family first. Only. Because he believes there's no other way to save both. Which, I'm telling you right now, he is wrong for that. There is a way to save both. You gotta have the will to do it, no matter what you do. And here's a little side note to all you watching this, and here's a lesson to you all watching this. As a reminder that could have missed out already, or just a lesson in general. You have the will to do what must be done. No matter the case, no matter the situation, you always have the will to save people, pets, whatever you see in trouble. You always have the will to do your own life, no matter what you do. And the final important thing is that you always have the flippin' will to go out in the real world and be yourself. That's one lesson to each and every one of you watching this video. Will of the mind, of the self, is always possible. And if you can have the potential to save anyone or anything in any event, do it. So there's that. Back to the main topic. The moment he said that too, it literally made me cross my heart in half. For one, because again, he only sees one thing. Only save the family itself. If the pets are in the two, no. Just no. Which is again, a bad look on his part, in my opinion. So there's that too. And the final thing I will say as well is the selfish part. But also along the way. It's about what I have learned of him else. So, I'll keep it simple, as my grandma mentioned in her words. My dad didn't want a son. He wanted a girl. She said something like that. Not exactly, but it was something along the way. And even though I was going based, and I'm still going in based on her words, I believe her because also the divorce papers for mom and dad years ago, before again I moved here, was at the house I was at before. And she did mention those too, while I was living with her and my mom. And it made me pissed and angry for a long time. And even though, again, I haven't heard those words exactly from my dad, I still believe Grandma because of what has happened at the other house I was at before I moved here. And she also did the conversations. Or my dad has conversations with my grandma as well. Apparently, according to my grandma. So there's that too. But that my dad was willing to discipline me and my other sibling, while the girl sibling, my sister, is to not be disciplined, as she said in her words that dad kind of mentioned, according to her. Oh boy, that's another level. But yeah, regardless, my dad wanted to go. He got what he wanted after me and my brother was born. And I'm still pissed about that. And sad. Sad to this day. Even though I can keep it myself, I still wanted to let you guys know. No matter what. And even though this is still a personal thing that not everyone needs to know. Deep down, I still want you guys to be informed about what is going on in life, what has happened in life, from my point of view. Not in terms of the YouTube stuff, but just I wanted to let you guys know. And to give you lessons, of course. So, regardless, that's the main gist for the video. Why I hoping, rather, that I will not, hopefully, move back into my dad's house due to my situation right now. At least a month, potentially, from here, from now to the month later. So that way, I can still live my life, my own way. And even though I wish to take care of the dogs at home that Dad has, do what you should do, my dad needs to learn to take care of the dogs himself. To start treating them like family. And if he doesn't, screw him. Screw him. And I still will do what I must do. To take care of them when he needs me to. But I will not go back there to have Daphne attacked again. Ever. And finally, the lessons for you all. For one, I've already said one lesson before, but I'll still say some more right now. For one, always treat your pets as family. And if you don't want a pet, don't get one. Because if you decide to get a pet and just don't care about it, you're wasting its life on your own. And that costs you. So there's that. Number two, there are always people that care, no matter the situation. And if your parents still say that they don't care about you, and if they still say that people don't care, remind yourself that they're wrong. That there are people that still care. Those are called friends. Best friends, girlfriend, wife, husband, what have you. The ones that care deeply about you. To the core of your heart. That's what the real people are. And finally, oh boy, for the final lesson, if you can save both at all, both pets and your family in a situation that's bad, then do it. And then a little lesson for the second to final one, for real. Still be yourself. Even if your parents or people still want you to just have you believe things that the way they are, and you still see something that is better in any way, in terms of the good, which of course involves pet caring, all that. whatever you believe that is good in any way that is better, that must be done correctly, then you must always be yourself. Don't let anyone try to brainwash you. Don't let anyone try to make you steer away from your road. Because you are the driver of your own life. Whatever path you make is what you do. And you will always be you. This is your man Dorman here. This is the video that I will still upload tomorrow morning when I first wake up. And I do apologize for the delay on this, but I hope you still enjoyed it for this official moment. Until then, my friends, I will see you back at the Aldenheim campaign with the refixed culture regaining the upper hand and regaining our hold on Middle Earth. Peace.